What's up guys, Cody with Sonic Electronics, and today we're going to be looking at the Stinger HEIGH10 fully installed in a 2019 Jeep Wrangler. And we're going to go through and talk about some of the settings and some of the other cool features that this has to offer when you do take on the full Jeep integration package with this unit. So jumping into the radio and some of the features we have here, right off the bat at the top right, you're going to have your outside temperature along with your time, your standard AM FM tuner along with all of your presets, and then you can click up and kind of move over to some of the other options here. We'll get into some of these a little later, but just for reference, you can jump over to some of the other things you have here without going straight to the home button. You have your USB for playing maybe some FLAC files through there, Bluetooth music as well as your phone, and then Apple CarPlay, which I think we accidentally unplugged here. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're hooked back up. So jumping into Apple CarPlay, which we've highlighted in a few other videos, but you'll have your maps here whenever they load, as well as your media center, and then your kind of typical Apple CarPlay setup here. We don't want to go too much into this because we kind of already have a couple other videos talking about this, but there's your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto if you have that as well, your Sirius XM tuner or iPod, any of your external cameras, which I think if we have it here going, you have rear, and then this would also be like a little pop-up if you had other cameras you had as well. You can click off-road. It's going to give you your pitch and roll, your altitude, tire angle. As you can see, it also adjusts your guidelines, and then as well as your GPS coordinates. So this is a really cool feature for those that are really into off-roading. Gives you a little bit more information right here at the camera level. And then if we go back, just jumping into some of the settings here, we'll kind of brush through these. You have your, your typical clock settings, typical system settings here with language, Apple CarPlay, some of the settings there with your iGo updates, or you can turn your beeps off. I prefer to keep them off. And then your, illumination settings, we keep it on just auto as it is. Background, you can upload photos or use some of the stock ones they have there. Then you have your display settings with your brightness. Auto brightness is usually good enough to do. And then some of your sound settings. So right here you have your balance, your fade, loudness, and subwoofer, as well as your phase. So it's 180 degrees phase shift there. And then your equalizer, as you can see, you have a lot of options for your EQ. You can keep it flat, or you can set up presets for different ones. As well as your kind of factory EQ settings there. Then you have your crossovers here that you can also have your individual presets for, and your time correction with a lot of different adjustables here. Turning it both on and off down there at the bottom, and then hitting the X brings you right back to your AM FM tuner. HDMI and AV inputs as well as your vehicle info, which this is where that integration kit really comes in handy. We're on a pretty flat surface here, so the pitch and roll is 0, but if you're out and about doing some off-roading, this will display the pitch and the roll of your vehicle, as well as your tire angles down here, altitude, and GPS coordinates like some of the others, as well as what direction you're heading. And if you come over here to vehicle info, you'll have your tire pressure, as well as those same kind of basic features that we just went over. These are all of your gauges here, which are all adjustable by cycling through here. So all types of really cool vehicle information you can get right here at the touch of your fingertips. Ignition timing, battery voltage, coolant temp, oil temp, trans temp, oil pressure, intake air temp, barometric pressure, intake manifold, fuel pressure, engine calc load, absolute load. So all these are kind of this, they go through the same cycles. You just click on each one and change them, set them up however you wish, as well as having those same kind of things there. These are some of the presets they give you. And then performance, so you got your best 0 to 60 time, your best 60 to 0 time, your best quarter mile, which you can reset of course, and then last 60 to 0, last quarter mile, last 0 to 60 time, as well as your speedometer and your RPMs. And then those same settings, these kind of just stay uniform throughout all of the vehicle settings here. And then your drivetrain as well, which is going to display your tire angle in real time, right there at the bottom and through the diagram that we have here. And then you can also always move to your backup camera from any of these locations whenever you have that kind of icon pop up there. So that's kind of it for going over some of the vehicle data and what the Stinger HEIGh10 really has to offer once you do get that full vehicle integration kit. For more information, be sure to check out the links in the description below. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.